But basically, the story of the game is like you inherit some like giant ass mansion and like a bunch of money. Yet you have to pay the man who told you this like $1 billion. But throughout the story, he's convincing you to buy a lot of other things to go along with it. And so you have deadlines for when you have to make up the money. And you get your money through the stock market, selling your shit and stuff. It's stupid. And like literally, if you get too poor in health, Mr. Man is just like, oh, you're too poor in health to inherit these riches. Go kill yourself, and you just kind of die.
Wow, kind of sounds like Animal Crossing, but with less suicide
and less kneecap breaking if you can't pay your taxes.
Freaking raccoon motherfucker. That makes me really sad. Like that run was shaping up to be so good, and then RNG just came and fucked me in the ass when a mob spawned in those woods. Because the problem with those woods down there, where you get the heart container, is if you end up with a mob spawn in there, it's several levels higher than what you're supposed to be facing at this point in the game. So you just get fucked really hard, which is what happened to me. I was trying to deal with that jumping blue spider and the moblin, and they just drained my health super fast. I should have just tried to damage boost over him, but I didn't. Oh well, that's what happens. Dun 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 cha 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 cha. Grandpa Desert, here, have some of my beard. Take it with you for a snack. Dun, 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 dun. Dun,
It's very Candy Kingdom Adventure Time of you to take off a piece of your beard and hand it to somebody to eat.
I love that guy Pendleton Ward's artwork. It's so weird. Especially Midnight and Midnight Gospel, where things just get super fucking psychedelic. You ever watch that show?
But describing it kind of reminds me of Waffle Room.
Hold on, I couldn't hear you because there's like sound playing.
Yeah, I can hear fart song.
Ooh, got the bubble stick this time too.
What you're describing kind of sounds like Uncle Grandpa in a way.
Oh yeah, freaking Uncle Grandpa. Fun fact, Swindle hates that show.
I don't know why.
Like, he went on a huge rant on it at one point. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was funny.
FBI, open up!
And there's Swindle. But yeah, I don't know why. It's a pretty good show. It's weird as hell, but I love it.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, it's probably similar to how when I was a kid we had Ren and Stimpy, and that show was just
Fuck yeah.
all kinds of fucked up, and I didn't even notice until I was older.
Tell you what though, you got any rubber walrus protectors? Call the police.
My favorite episode is the episode where they're in the army and they're tank paratroopers and they're dropping their tanks with these tiny ass little parachutes, and the whole time they're falling like they're on fucking fire. It's just so it's fucking ridiculous. Well, that's why I love it. One night passing a kidney stone. Holy shit! Are you okay, Woody? Because I've passed a kidney stone. That's no fun. That fucking hurts.
Bubbleman spikes don't hurt a lot, so I hear.
I mean, with Bubbleman spikes, you have the privilege of dying. With a kidney stone, it's not killing you, it's just putting you through incredible pain and nausea the whole time. It's like you're sick and you're fucking just in agony inside of yourself. It's something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Yeah, that's one of the things I have no desire to even think about trying.
What, passing a kidney stone?
Yeah, that, drugs, and I don't know what else.
Yeah, I mean, I've smoked weed before, that's about it. And unfortunately for me, like, weed doesn't really seem to do anything. Or it's hit or miss, so alcohol is like the only thing that I really partake of that really does anything. And I should probably stop that too.
Yeah, I've had alcohol before, not in huge doses, just like a sip of ginger ale and whiskey. Fly, you're not gonna lie, but that's about it. It's very rare.
When I was 16, I had a bottle of rum in my drawer. Once again, that's not good. I'm not a good role model.
Don't worry. I think about the 75% of the 8th grade in my school does drugs and drink, so
that's unfortunate.
it's a bit sad. And one of the people that I'm close with, kind of close with, we're not really friends, but we do talk quite a bit. He's like a fucking lost cause. Like, whenever he's out with his friends, he drinks like an entire fridge worth of alcohol, does a fuckload of drugs, and
Jesus.
it's worrying, but yeah.
Yeah, one New Year's, I got super drunk, and I ended up like just throwing up like a friggin' river of whatever the fuck my wife had been giving me to drink the whole night. I think we were making drinks that were Dark Souls, like they were Dark Souls themed. So she kept on giving me this drink called a Solaire Taint, and I have no idea what was in it. But like, I just remember just getting so freaking drunk that I just threw that up all over the place. Man, the FBI's been coming here a lot tonight.
Don't do anything wrong, I swear.
Yay, I got a pee bag. This run is actually starting off pretty well. We'll see how the rest of it goes.
Penis bag.
Yeah, I got a bag of piss.
Where Chewie stores all his spiky dildos.
There's this friend of mine, she had this list of, like, band names her and her friend had come up with. One of them just, I thought was great. One of the names was Mega Piss. Mega Piss. Make these guys experience. Ooh, a pee bag. That's even better. There, now I'm prepared for, the proper levels I need to be. Yeah, I pretty much have this bubble room down to a science now. Did you say a sink full of absinthe, Swindle? That's a lot. How are you alive? Because I happen to know that your alcohol tolerance isn't anywhere near as high as mine, and that would probably fucking end my life right there. But gosh, and then I think it was on New Year's this year, I actually ended up spilling boiling water on my stomach while I was drunk, so yet another reason not to drink and do things. Like drinking and being alive. Because that hurt. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Probably the worst burns I ever had.
I remember I was watching a donut operator video. It was about like a drunk man just came out of a bar and he broke into the police station and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So he tries to wash himself in hand sanitizer, and the police forgot that he was covered in hand sanitizer and tasted him.
And he caught on fire?
Yep.
Jesus.
You also have all the T-Rexes in Wisconsin named to take a shit.
What?
So there's like a bunch of people that have been in Wisconsin are in Wisconsin. They're like typically drunk or high or whatever, and like they're arguing with the police and shit's happening to them, and they're like, the first one, I think his name was like Dylan or something. Like he was with his grandma. He got into a car crash and busted up his car. And this is the first encounter with him. I mind you, there's a couple of them. But so like, he's like, I didn't do shit. Can I go take a shit real quick? I really gotta take a shit. and like, he acts all tough when he's up against the police. Like, he's like, you're a fucking bitch. I hope you fucking die. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. But as soon as he's like in cuffs and in the car, he's like, I didn't do anything.
And then of course, there's that one guy who's like, "What is drugs?"
What is drugs?
Yeah, it's like drugs. What is drugs? It's like, what is?
Are you on drugs? What is drugs?
Yeah, it's like, what is drugs? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is drugs? Burm, 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 burm.
Remix of that.
Speaking of remixes, so you've seen Oni Cartoons Dragon Ball videos, right?
No, unfortunately.
Where it's like, Virginia, hanging out with little boys in spandex, I see. Yes. I'm sorry, Vagina, but you can't be doing that. Come on. There's no escaping, Banana. Prepare to die. Yeah, that. Like, you know how Vegeta, like, he goes, oh shit. My buddy Dylan took that Down with the Sickness song, because you know how at the beginning, like, it does the and then it goes, oh shit. Like, he basically just replaced the aw shit with Vegeta going, oh shit. It was great. Oh god, freaking sad. Someone said, your hair turned gold. What are you, gay? Yeah. I've got the power of an ant.
Where Vagina dies in Dragon Ball.
I have the power of an ant. If an ant was this big, you're fucking with me. Oh fuck! Fucking octopus bastard. Get hit in the kneecaps with toenails and shit. This is not fun. Ooh, yes, give me. Aw, I thought that would have taken my life up, but it didn't. Are you playing Zelda 2 now?
No, I'm practicing Waffle Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A little bit too high on a zip, and I wrapped it around to the bottom of the screen.
Oh, so that category isn't a zipless run like the NES one is?
No, we're in Mega 1 anyway, so...
Oh.
There isn't necessarily a zipless, since the run is rather clean from zips. There's only 2 zips that I utilize, but there's a couple more that can be added. You have the zip in Fireman, where you use... Basically, how the zips work in Wily Wars is that you use an item to get above for the screen on a ladder, because ladders don't have a theoretical height limit, so you could just keep climbing up them forever and ever as long as you can go upwards. So if you use Magnet Beam and keep jumping off it and upwards and going off screen, the higher you go, you can grab the ladder and completely transition a screen. So like, let's say I climb the ladder to the screen, then to like the left of the room, there's another screen that goes to a screen above me. On that first ladder that I went up, if I go high enough, I can grab that and transition up into the screen above the one I'm about to transition to.
Interesting.
This also allows to stuff like Hardman Zip. It used to be the only known RTA viable zip until I found this one. But basically, you use Rush Coil, you jump up and grab a ladder off screen, then you can only zip left in Wily Wars, so There's one screen Hardman that actually takes use of it.
Rush
So
coil.
we can just grab it and skip a Hammer Joe in the second room of Hardman.
There's Rush coil when Rush takes a dump on the floor.
No.
I
That's
know.
when you break his back.
It's when you jump on his spine and break it, and try to use his spine like a trampoline. That sounds like that should be an Olympic sport. Like two Olympiads, just like one of them has a really strong back, and the other one just goes and jumps directly on their spine and sees how high they can launch themselves in the air. And you're disqualified if your partner's spine gets broken.
Sounds like a dumb ways to die minigame.
Me and my friends and I always had a joke where we talked about having an event called competitive shitting be added to the Olympics, where basically like you have two people, you have the bucket handler and the obviously the shitters, and you can't spill a drop. Like every single drop of shit has to go in the bucket, and you gain points by doing like tricks and stuff.
I thought competitive shitting was where I eat Taco Bell for a week, you eat Arby's for a week, at the end of the week we'll see who can shit the farthest.
No, that's charcuterie. Like my nickname in that particular Olympic event is the Big Bad Bow. Like I eat Arby's, and then when I shit, it looks like I'm shitting foam darts at distances up to and including 50 feet.
New accurate shit rounds.
Accurate shit. With added corn for like more aerodynamic shape.
And caviar to soften the load.
Splatter rounds. New Nerf splatter rounds.
Unfortunately, that was what Hyper used to be. Hyper used to be so fragile in its prototype state that whenever it hit something, it would shatter.
That's kind of cool, though. I mean, I like the splatter ball guns that they have. Those actually look like a lot of fun. I just don't like things that have ammo that I need to replace, and I can't buy. Like, I have to buy more instead of being able to pick up what I've got.
Yeah.
Granted, with high velocity Nerf guns, you have to buy more anyway because of the fact that, you know, the guns tend to shred your darts.
Well, you don't know the pain of using worker half Gen 3 darts in a Super Strife. Or just tear the heads off like a singular shot.
It's like they're super half-length darts. It just shoots the tips.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just call it just the tip.
And my buddy, we have a Nerf war coming up soon, and we typically do capture the flag at the event. So we have an idea. If we take a Nerf Claymore, tie it to the flag, if the enemy tries to take it, they'll pull the string attached to the Claymore and they'll just die.
That's not cheating.
I don't know if it is, but
Sounds like
I don't see
cheating.
why it would be. I don't see why it would be cheating.
Sounds like cheating.
Why would it be cheating? You're just attaching a landmine to the fucking flag.
It's just, I don't know. It seems like how could somebody take the flag? I guess. I mean, I guess they would just have to. After the first time of dying to your flag, they would just have to be extra cautious and look for claymores everywhere, because they're just...
Well, we only have one claymore, so if they have like a stack of 3 people, they can just go up. The first one dies, the second one goes and steals it.
Yeah, but
If you think that's cheating, you should have seen me at the last time. I had a stock strife in hand and a sled in my other hand, and I just fucking rushed. I stole the flag a solid 5 times before anyone could even hit me.
Damn.
Damn, I'm good.
You should make a Duke Poopum themed blaster. Just take something from the Duke Nukem universe, but then, like, you know, make it dumb and childish. The RPP.
Found the BFG and shit on it. That's the big BFS, the big fucking shit.
The
9,000.
Or the micro penis gun. Like he just it just shrinks your dick, and you're like, oh no, my dick, it's gone, Mama, my dick's gone.
I remember that. Oh. So you know that Roblox Adopt Me Bees Blaster, the lever action cylinder fed one?
Yeah.
Somebody took the honey things on it and painted it white.
What did that do?
Well, just think about it. It takes the honey drips and turns them from orange to white.
Oh, so it's shooting.
Yeah, and I used white modulus darts in it too.
God. And the darts are mysteriously damp. It's like why the fuck? It's like why the fuck are all of your Nerf darts like wet and smell salty? What a mess.
It's like the Firefly. Instead of flashing the darts with a light and making them glow in the dark, it just sprays them with cum and makes them wet.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to make a Nerf gun that like shoots hot dogs?
Yes, actually, Beret tested that with the Breaking Wind. They cut up hot dogs. Breaking Wind. Yeah, it's a pistol that uses spring thunder shells. So if you take one of those shells, you cut up a hot dog a little bit, shove it in the shell, bang, you're shooting hot dogs.
Because I think it would just be so funny to go to like an HVZ match with a gun that shoots hot dogs.
And would they allow? I don't know. They banned melee for a reason that I don't know of, so I don't know. Would hot dogs count as projectile melee?
For a second, I thought you were gonna say they banned mayonnaise. It's like, yeah, I can't load my darts full of mayonnaise anymore. It's like, you've been hit. You need to go out. It's like, no, I'm not. It's like, look, dude, you're covered in mayo. Oh, gross.
Fucking weapon is just a jar of mayonnaise. You can throw it at somebody. It reminds me of Lance. Back before the plague that's going on now. But he would just go to a local war and he would just have a bucket full of knives and he'd throw it at people.
A bucket of knives.
A bucket of knives.
Like an actual bucket of knives, or are we talking?
It's a bucket of foam knives.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because you just said a bucket of knives, and I was like, huh. I can't just take it for granted that he's talking about Nerf. I need to clarify. Man, I'm actually not doing too bad. But now that I've noticed that I'm not doing too badly, everything's going to go to shit, huh?
There goes the run.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm pleased because I'm actually in good shape health-wise, kind of. So when I go into Medicine Cave, it won't be so bad. Of course I say that, and I just took a crunch berry to the knee. Crunchitize me, Captain!
Oops, all bubbles.
Pretty much, even though fortunately Medicine Cave doesn't have bubbles in it, it just has, really fucking annoying, flying skull things. Got skull bitches. Skull bitches! Flying floppy fish dicks. The movie, coming this summer. Huh. The flying fish head thing stopped coming after I killed 2 of them. I wonder if they spawn similarly to the way that the sine wave dog heads fly. Because a lot of things here, they stop spawning when you either kill a certain number of them, or you yeah, usually you kill, like if you kill 2 of them when you're going to the right and you don't move backwards, they stop spawning. So I wonder if the flying things, the things that fly out of the lava, do the same. Because if they do, that would be handy. All right, I'm gonna put the shield on just in case. I'd rather not die.
Have you seen the reverse jolt mod?
That sounds familiar. But refresh my memory.
It's this image that was posted by a user on Reddit. It's a jolt, but they flip the barrel backwards so the dart is pointing at you.
Oh, so I should have figured that would be the case. When you said reverse jolt, for some reason, my brain immediately jumped to thinking, oh, it's probably like got a reverse plunger or something like that, something silly. But no, it's pointed at you. That's wonderful. Actually, you know, one Nerf gun I really miss having is the I can't remember the name of it, but it was one of the zombie strike blasters, and it was like a shotgun with ejecting shells. That was such a cool. That was a cool
Sledgefire?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Sledgefire. It's one of my favorite blasters. I am insanely lucky because the blaster itself isn't necessarily that rare, but the shells are like $15 a pop. And I was lucky enough to get one with 4 shells in it for $15.
Seems like that's something you could 3D print easily.
Yeah, there has been shells for them that you have different ones. You have mega shells, rival shells, ultra shells if you really want them. But Silly Butts is actually working on the super sledge that takes Spring Thunder shells. I am really excited to get one of those.
What kind of shells?
Spring Thunder shells.
What are those?
Well, it's the Spring Thunder. It's basically your all-in-one spaz 12. It takes all kinds of ammunition. You can use essentially every single ammo you have in them using priority shells. But the shells are so easy to print. It's literally just a cylinder with a backplate and an open hole. And basically, Spring Thunder. You also have the Colonel Wasp Firefly, which is essentially a Spring Thunder, but a little less powerful, but still cool. Both of them have tube loading mechanisms like an actual shotgun. Actually eject the shells once you're done with them.
That is cool.
I also sent you an actual example of the reverse jolt.
I'll take a look at it when I'll take a look at it when I'm not running. What was I gonna say? Is have the I don't remember what they're fucking called anymore, but the big mega darts, the blue ones, like have those
Mega XL.
Yeah, the XL, have they been good? Like I don't own one of those guns yet.
I don't either, unfortunately.
Like they just look I love how ridiculously big the shells are. I mean they're not the shells, the rounds. Like, that actually seems like a gun that could easily shoot a hot dog. I don't know what my obsession is with firing a hot dog at someone, but I just think that it would just be funny to see it, like, hit them and bend and maybe explode on them a little bit, and then they're like, did you just shoot a fucking hot dog at me? Yes.
The Fuzzy Wallace Industries I go. Good question. It'd be possible. Well, it kind of depends because Mega XL darts have the same inner diameter as a rocket, so I don't know.
Oh, hey, there you go. You could definitely fire. You could probably fire like a 6 or an 8-pack of hot dogs out of a demolisher, and you could do it all while pretending to be Homer from Home Depot. I wonder if anyone's ever done that.
Blow them up one by one.
Somebody should cosplay as Homer from Home Depot and then carry a demolisher that they've modified to have like the Home Depot logo on it instead of the Nerf logo.
That's another thing. One of the people in the Fuzzy Wallace Industries actually, they took a Zombie Strike nail biter and made it into a DeWalt nail gun.
Oh god! Like they painted it as a DeWalt nail gun.
Also made the clip removable so they can put new ones in too.
Yeah, the nail biter was cool. Like the fact that you just fired it by squeezing it, essentially. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was neat.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen it. The Snapfire 8 from the Dart tagline had that too, but also another, I think it's the Voidcaster and the Alien Menace line. God, Alien Menace sucked ass.
I really liked probably one of my favorite early Nerf guns was the Mag Strike, but I think we've talked about that before.
That's the days of compressed air.
I mean, it sucked having to pump it up and get it ready, but, you know, when you let it loose on somebody, as long as you're in relatively close range of them anyways, they were done. It's just too much effort pumping it up every time. It'd be nice. I mean, I think that people made versions where they were able to have like a tank of compressed air on their back, right?
I swear to God, I remember a video that I watched. Somebody had 2 mag strikes in hand that were both connected up to a compressed air machine, and I swear to God I remember, but I don't know where I saw it.
It just seems like the obvious thing, but at the same time, you know, we have better things now. Like, we have Jupiters and proton packs, so you don't really need stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say was your like least favorite Nerf gun? And by the way, hello Combat King, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, and I plan on coming to check out your stream soon. I saw you were on recently, but I missed it. I'm curious if you've used the PlayStation yet, and I'm sorry that I keep on bugging you about that. But anyway, so what the answer to the question? So, what was your biggest disappointment for a Nerf gun?
I know what it was. I've had a lot of blasters come in and go from my collection. Most of them have suffered the hands of fate of failed projects and gotten scrapped, but there's one singular blaster that I remember that I wasn't sad to see it go, because I actually got a decent blaster out of it. I came into it, I bought day one, $50. Nerf Fortnite Golden Scar.
Jeez. Yeah, I could see why that would be
disappointing. I was so fucking disappointed when I found out it was just a big stripe. If that bitch was fucking full auto, I would have still had that today. But I traded in for a friend. I traded him with it, and I got his long strike out of it.
My biggest disappointment was the deploy. Like, it was such a neat idea for a gun, but just so poorly executed.
It's still good. The gimmick is unique, and it's good for ADHD nerds like me who just need something to fiddle with, and plus it's a gold mine for parts.
True. Did it have a flashlight in it, too?
Yep.
Combat King says that he took his PlayStation for a 7-hour-long test drive the other day. That's awesome. What all did you play, Combat King? And also, I apologize for the audio quality. I traded, well, not traded as in traded my gear, but I traded, like, high audio fidelity for comfort for my speed runs, so I could sit in my comfy chair instead of sitting in the damn office chair. Just gunner's heaven, huh? Nice. Ah, come on, get over there! Friggin' Sands is coming for my booty.
Booty have a bad time.
Way harder than you thought it would be, huh? Yeah. Side-scrolling shooters like that do tend to be difficult. So is it true, Combat King, is that game, is that a prequel to Blue Dolphin? Or Dolphin Blue, or whatever it was on Dreamcast? Because it really feels like it. Like, it feels like it just has that feeling of that same game. Of course, it also kind of feels like a Gunstar Heroes game too. So it's, but it's not Treasure. I know that much. There were a couple of those Fortnite blasters that I actually liked. I bought the one that was essentially a Desert Eagle, and I really liked that one. Like, it was just fun looking, even though it was like, it had that wacky style.
Mega blaster.
Yeah, it had that stupid, like, wacky design to it, where, like, it looks like somebody with like bad depth perception drew it. That would be me. I'm the one with bad depth perception. Not that he's aware of, as far as that Gunner's Heaven game goes. I forget what else I put on there, Combat King. Did you play anything else? I'm pretty sure I had Einhander on there. That's one of my favorite shmup games. And one of the few shmups that, actually, might even... No, it's one of the few that Square Enix made, because then I thought about it, and I believe Rogue Galaxy was also a shmup. You gave Frogger a go? Yeah, it's funny, I threw Frogger on there originally for my wife, because she was just telling me that the games that she has the best memories of is Frogger. So I was like, oh, throw Frogger on there, and then she never played it. So I just left it on there with all the other shit that I'd downloaded. Fork Knife. I always refer to it as Fart Knife. Around my the younger family members, they get all mad at me. Like, no, it's Fortnite! Like, no, it's Fart Knife. It's a knife. Fork. It's the knife that you use to. It's a knife that you use to cut your farts in half. The chain spork, is that from Chex Quest?
I'm still insanely sad, and it pains my soul to know that they re-released it and it has online multiplayer on the Nintendo Switch.
I mean, when I was like, when I was, I wasn't even a kid when that game came out. I was like an older teen, and we played the shit out of Chex Quest. It was stupid, but it was fun. Did you ever play Chex Quest TKK? Because I know we're about the same age. So far, this run's been really good, but that scares me because I just know that means that fucking up is just around the bend. What's funny is, like, I can remember all the times that I've played Zelda 2, and like when I used to just play for fun and be like, hee, look how fast I can get to the hammer. It used to take me like 36 minutes to get to the hammer, and here I am through Palace 2, and I just hit around 37 minutes, so that means I'm doing pretty damn well. But that's terrifying, because I just know that means that, like, constant death and fucking up is approaching. Or as Dan Avidan on Game Grumps said, death approaches! Woo! Yeah, those Doob Knockers, I used to always rely on the downstab to kill Doom Knockers, but lately I've just found that it's so much easier to just get up in their face after they've thrown their little spiky, mace dildo thing at you, and just stab them in the shins until they're dead. I want to look over and see what TKK said, but I'm scared because there's a Doom Knocker coming up and there's plenty of these little spiky boys to fuck me up.
You want me to reach out for you? I can do it.
Sure, if you don't mind.
TKK said, I found a random computer with Chex Quest on it back in the day. It was in a library.
Like when you were younger, you found that? So, I can only assume you don't like Chex Quest, huh, Jacob?
I mean...
It's okay.
It's not bad, I just hate to see it with online multiplayer and charging $20 for it.
I think that's pretty, that's not asking that much.
If they had done it back in the day and, like, put it in an actual Chex cereal box with, like, a download code for it, that'd be fucking awesome, but no.
When I was younger, I never thought that we would have things like a Nintendo Switch. Like, I always just figured that handhelds were always going to be, like, second-class citizens in the world of gaming. But I suppose to a lot of people, the Switch is a second-class console, which is unfortunate because I think that it's a fantastic system. Because people don't seem to understand that there's value in being able to play Overwatch on the toilet. Or you know, Mortal Kombat 11. Like, you could be taking a shit and playing Mortal Kombat 11 against your friend across town who's also taking a shit.
At least it's not League of Legends.
Oh yeah. I mean, I suppose I could probably run that too. Old enough to ride my bike to the library. Thought it was someone's elaborate Doom wad. Oh jeez, freaking Doom wads too. That's another can of worms there. Like, I used to love just finding Doom wads online and playing them, and then of course my I remember my grandma bought me a it was like a disc of Doom wads called D-Zone, and of course as a teenager I was like, D-Zone. But yeah, it had all kinds of they basically just went online and took everyone's wads and just put them on a disc and said, you know, here, pay me $20 for this. Which I thought was kind of, I mean, in hindsight, that's really shitty, but at the same time, internet speed sucked back then. So even downloading something like a Doom wad was, it took a while. So having a disc that had all of them on there just made life so much easier. Like, I'm sure that you've been told things like this before, Jacob, but like when I first got internet, like, if I wanted to download an MP3 of something, it literally took me, like, hours. Like, probably, like, 6 hours to download one song. And Lord forbid it was like a long song of some sort. Like, I think I once downloaded, like a song from Final Fantasy VII or something, and it was, like, a song that was really long. It was, like, 6-7 minutes, and then that took, like, 12 hours to download. But surprisingly, I've
heard stories of the pains of dial-up.
Surprisingly, though, games like Doom and Quake 2, like, they were all extremely playable over dial-up, which, like, it just goes to show you, like, how efficient all of their netcode was back then. And of course, now we live in a world where people can't write netcode that doesn't work crappy over a friggin' gigabit internet line. That makes me sad. That makes me a sad panda. And that's something that happens a lot with programming nowadays too, is because, like, back in the day, like, when you made a game, you absolutely had to make it as efficient as possible so that it would run well on every computer it got put on. But nowadays, it's just kind of a foregone conclusion that everyone has something that's able to run games pretty quick. So they don't really put a whole lot of thought into programming anymore. That's why, like, you see a lot of Unity games and stuff. And I'm not saying Unity's bad. It's just, yeah. Oh, and Combat King said, I've never been called out for playing Mortal Kombat 11 on the toilet while shitting. Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily calling you out because I don't know if you've done that, but I guess now that you've said that, have you? I have a bad habit of starting matches and then forgetting to actually shit. Oh, okay, you are admitting to it. That's awesome. It's like you go back to your desk and you're like, damn it, why do I still have to shit? It's like, oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. But yeah, like, people bug me so much with how they put the Switch down so much. Like, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy like I used to be, because I'm actually really frustrated with them for their business practices and how they, like, basically sue everyone that even thinks about their properties. But
and they just completely disregard the stick drift as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, the Switch, like, everyone just shits all over it, and they're like 30 frames per second. And it's like, frame rate isn't everything, bro. Like, yeah, like, I get it. Back in the day, like, all of our Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games generally ran at 60 frames a second, or 30 frames a second, depending on what you were using. I think 60 frames is accurate. Yeah, because CRT screens, NTSC is 59.9 hertz, I think, is what it is. But anyway, besides the point. Like I will take a dip in graphics quality and frame rate to be able to play a game anywhere. Like being able to just lay in bed and play Triangle Strategy on my Switch and just, you know, or playing Breath of the Wild on a car trip while my wife is driving, like I'll give up frame rate for that. Like everything doesn't need to be 60 frames a second 4K HDR. That bugs me.
Yes, I agree, but to an extent, because like if the game is running like I'm playing it on Windows 98, like if I'm trying to play like fucking I don't know, like Doom Eternal on fucking Windows 98, levels of frame rate drops in like 2 frames a second, that's where I'll call it quits, but I'm fine with playing games at a lower frame rate and lower quality. It doesn't really affect me much.
I mean, like, Doom Eternal on the Switch, I was actually really surprised with. Like, it's serviceable, and I played through the whole game on it and beat it. And it was to me, it was astonishing that they managed to pull that off in the first place. Like, I was
been able to
shocked.
do a lot of crazy shit, like put RE2 on a singular cartridge, so...
Yeah, like, that group Panic Button that made Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal on the Switch, like, they're just incredible programmers. But, I mean, I absolutely look forward to seeing what we're able to do when they come out with, like, a new Switch. Like, I'm sure that... I kind of doubt that Nintendo is going to diverge from this path very much because of the fact that they have the market cornered on this type of, you know, gaming console. Like, I don't see them doing something, trying to be creative like they were with the Wii U again. Like, I think that they see that this works and that this sells like hotcakes, and they're probably going to just, you know, milk it for all it's worth, and they'll just release a Switch that's more powerful, and I would be okay with that.
That's kind of what they're doing right now.
That's what I heard. Eek!
Fucking OLED model.
Man, I like the OLED model, actually. Damn it, I went too soon. Oh well, I'm not gonna wait around. I'm just gonna go. Like the
wise words of my generation. I'm a cringe Gen 1er. I had my Switch since day one. I bought it with a Pro Controller, ARMS, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Kart 8. Breath of the Wild had all the DLC in it too.
Yeah, I bought one of the first generation ones also. It's just when the OLED one came out, I don't know, like I know it wasn't necessary. I just like having the newest stuff. And I liked the better kickstand. I ended up giving the old Switch to somebody else. So, you know, win-win. Shit, I almost cast Jump instead of Fairy. That would have sucked. And TKK said, I'll just be so focused on the damn match. Like, I guess it depends on the match too. Like, if you're having a bad match and like you're mad, you know, maybe it, you know, makes you like clench a little bit, and then then you remember why you're there, because you're like, oh god, I'm so angry, I'm shitting, and it's like, oh, right, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to play Mortal Kombat 11. I'm here to shit. No, that's a question. Do you think, like, Mr. Miyamoto, do you think he's ever, like, played the Switch on the toilet?
Oh, no fucking no. I could see him wrecking ass in fucking Mario Kart 8 taking a doogie shit.
And, like, the thing that gets me about him is, like, he's just so mild-mannered. I can just imagine, like, him in his personal life away from the cameras just sitting there, like, on the toilet, like, screaming, "Fuck you!" into the thing as he gets blue-shelled in Mario Kart. Or would that be Mario Fart 8? I'm such a child. Oh, this morning I played Mario Fart on toilet. I get second place because I was doing number 2. Jesus. I'm sorry, guys, but this is... Yep, and then, like, as soon as I made that joke, like, just one person dropped. It's like, no, disqualified!
There goes all our viewers.
Ooh, God, that was a weird-ass event skip. Like, I just barely, like, touched that enemy and it worked. Ooh, double. This is, so far, RNG has been really good to me so far. But, once again, I'm fucking scared. Like, I just know that things are gonna go downhill at any point now, or at least that's what I'm gonna keep telling myself. I'm also hoping that for some reason my controller doesn't decide to die. Because that would suck too. Because then it's like, yeah, you didn't die because, you know, you were doing badly at the game. You died because you didn't charge your fucking controller. Good job. It's a shame that this game doesn't have any real cutscenes so that I could, like, hunt around for a USB-C charger to plug this thing in. I mean, the little charging light isn't red, so I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that it's probably fine. And I didn't, shit. Yeah, I didn't shit. I didn't, use my magic properly there, so now I'm going into Palace 4 with less magic than I should have. So hopefully we can get a red jar at the door. A red jar at the door would be very nice. Ah, you bastard. Freaking jumping spider assholes. Yeah, frankly, like, I'm usually going into Palace 4 at, like, an hour. And here I am at 51 minutes. So, like, right now, I'm, like, 8 minutes ahead of where my time usually is. So if I could just manage to finish this and be successful, like, I could probably get sub 90, and that would be fucking amazing. But I'm not going to count my chickens yet, because I'm sure that Palace 4 is probably gonna make me a new give me a new asshole to shit out of. Because Palace 4 is usually where I start dying. But yeah, I'm glad Combat King to hear that PSIO is working out for you, especially since you can finally play that game that you were wanting so much to play. Okay, and then we got a Doom Knocker right here. Stab him in the dick a couple times. All right, this here is the Doom Knocker that fucks me up every single time. Okay, he jumped in the lava, so we're not going to be able to use that. We're going to have to go over here. Chances are this is going to be a red knight. We'll kill him. He's not going to give us anything. We'll ferry across. I mean, we got plenty of lives right now. So really, there's no reason why when I get to the sacrificial death part of this run that I can't just take a sacrificial death and not feel bad about it. Or, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Because I think I'm at 6 lives right now. Yeah, because I've got 3 lives and I haven't died so far. That isn't to say I won't, though, because once again, the moment that I express any kind of confidence in this run, it's just gonna go to shit on me. But so far, things are just going really well. Another thing, too, that could happen is I could fuck up my level up strategy, and then I would be unable to recover from it. Yeah, I fucking love that version of Take On Me. Of course, now my VOD will probably get taken down automatically because Twitch announced that, you know, they're doing that. They're like, hey guys, we're automatically taking down VODs now so that you don't get copyright struck. Cool, huh? I mean, it's a good thing that I'm recording this on my own computer, because I'm sure that, like, when they hear that, they'd be like, oh, disqualified! Yeah, I guess oh shit. I guess the important thing here is, like, please, oh please, while I'm doing this run, don't do Bad Apple. I mean, I'm sure that there's people out there that have the points to do it, but if you can help it, please don't, because it's gonna that would probably disqualify it because they wouldn't be able to see the screen for a long-ass time. Of course, then again, I guess I don't really care if I can submit the run or not, because it's not like I'm gonna go out in public and be like, hey, go to speedrun.com and you can see my name next to 140th place. I think, honestly, for me, like, I would know that I beat it in an hour and 30 minutes, and that would be enough. Alright, second dog head room. Well, second and last dog head room, and surprisingly, there aren't a whole lot of dog heads here. So that's actually pretty good. Just another instance of RNG actually being on my side for once. Oh, fucking Wi-Fi ghosts. I'm hoping that something is going to drop a red jar. Because, man, if I could... I mean, that would be extra bragging rights if I can get to the end of the game and still have all my lives. Even though, once again, I highly doubt that that's going to happen. Are you still working on your Wily Wars run?
No. I've moved off to working on the Crashman remix.
Oh, right, for your friend.
Yeah. It's been long overdue for me to finish this, so
Fucking
need to get this done.
damn it. Well, I just had one slight problem, and that's that I don't have enough magic to cast jump. So I'm gonna have to waste about 30 seconds going out here to hopefully get a red jar.
Okay, so to answer your hot dog question, the being shot out of a mod Mega XL Blaster, Bridge responded with, I don't see why not. The Sentinel stand replied with 2 water blasters, yellow and red, and a Mega XL shooting glizzy. Sounds like a summer hot dog stand. And somebody else responded with, depends on the size of the wiener. Are we talking Oscar Mayer or Bratwurst?
Yeah, Bratwurst would be way too big to shoot out of a Nerf blaster, not to mention those are curved.
Yeah.
So definitely not. But a hot dog, I think a hot dog would fit. Giggity. Giggity! Alright, so we're gonna definitely need to take a sack death probably, because I don't think we got 6 enemies between us and the end of the level. So, probably just to be safe and to save some time, I'll do that. I tell you what though, if I did manage to get sub 90 on this, I would fucking... Woo, I would party. I don't know what I would do to party though, considering it's a Wednesday, and by the time I'm done, the liquor store will be closed.
Okay, I don't have the will to go grab my computer's charger because I've got to go in like 8 minutes, but if I randomly leave the call or just stop talking for an extended period of time, it's probably because my laptop died, so...
Okay. Roger that. Your laptop went the way of Christopher Reeves and fell off his horse. Of course it's not a red jar. Okay, that's fine. This is where I'm gonna sack death on purpose. You would shit. Yeah, I would shit. But yeah, I've still got 5 lives left though, so this is great. So far. Just, a little bit concerned. Because like I said, never done this well before, so I could just see this going all kinds of south if I get too confident. But yes, I would, like shit would literally fly out of my ass on stream, and then I would probably get banned.
I mean, you got big enough titties, I don't think you're gonna get banned.
I'm no Armoranth, or whatever her name is. Armoranth, Pokimane. Yeah, I love how big Twitch streamers can get away with literally streaming, like, stuff off of Netflix, and for some reason it's okay. Oh man, I almost took some damage there. Me and Karak almost kissed each other.
Welcome just posted a video about it, and he made the comment, "You bet your ass it's pro."
What?
Welcome S7 just posted a video on the Jurassic Park blaster, and he said, "You bet your ass it's pro."
I like him. My wife personally finds his voice annoying, but I love Volcom. Mostly because of the fact that he has, like, Phantasy Star Online music in every single one of his videos.
I don't know if you have noticed this yet, but Welcome kind of looks like Linus Tech Tips, but with a beard.
Yeah, well, he looks like that. He looks like that one guy from Linus Tech Tips. I don't remember his name though. And at first, when I saw it, I was like, "Wait a minute! Like, is he the guy from Linus Tech Tips?" And it's like, no, it's not him. Although they're both like smart individuals. Okay, got focus. Got level up life. Do not level up magic. Do not level up attack. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Like, I'm still at a point where I have to like stop myself every time the level up menu comes up because I don't want to fuck it up. Wow, so I got through Palace 4 at about the 1 hour mark. That's really good. Like, the rest of this game in 30 minutes is doable. Especially because Palace 5 is pretty damn straightforward. There's not a whole lot of bullshit in Palace 5. It tries to trick you into going the wrong directions, and that's about it. Like, you can get lost, but there's really not a whole lot here to insta-kill you, really. And you don't absolutely need magic either. Obviously, when you go fight Guma at the end, you want as much, you want to at least have shield on. But I prefer to have both shield and jump, but there is a red jar right before you go up there, so as long as you don't fuck up too much, you can generally get through it pretty well. Now, of course, if this does end up being a sub 90, I doubt that I'll be able to reproduce that when I'm doing the event at Oak Hill Taverns on the 16th. I'll probably end up having one of my worst runs because they'll be in front of people. Come on. Get away from me, Red Knight. I want your experience, though. Yeah, Zap, I don't know if... Well, actually, you probably wouldn't be able to have time off for it, but on April 16th, there's going to be a gaming event down here at a bar, and I'm going to be hosting part of it. Like, they're going to have vendors, and they're going to have live music. It's going to be pretty cool. Alright, shit. I don't have enough magic to cast Jump, so I'm going to have to go over here and hit this statue real quick to get magic. And then I'll have to go back. I might as well fill my life up while I'm thinking about it and get Jump buffered and ready to go. Oh shit, did I... No, I cast Jump. That scared me. I was like, fuck, did I just cast Life again? Oh, come on. There we go. Alright. And now, of course, I'm having trouble just getting out of the friggin' falling block room. And I've got 200 experience left before I level my life up again, so that's great. I'll be able to get that filled up. One of these guys will probably drop me a jar. No, okay. I probably missed a couple of things then. Alright, got some witches here. Let's see if I can quick kill one. Nope, they're not in the right position. Because I don't want to stop and kill them. I want them to just show up in my path so that I can downstab them to death. Alright, we need Jump again. And this should be the last time we absolutely need to have magic. For now. Gonna have a Blue Knight over here. Ooh, yes, there we go. There's my 200, so now I can fill my life up. So now my life is at 8. So next level up will be at Gooma. So next time the level up screen comes up, I need to not press anything on it. I need to go to cancel. Otherwise that would fuck things up. It's recoverable, but it would waste a lot of time. So let's not make that fucking mistake. Oof, that always scares me. Whenever I see the blue drop coming out of that thing, I can never tell when it's actually going to be a slime or not, because it seems like most of the time it doesn't come out. Doc, are you telling me you built a slime machine out of a toilet? Yes, Marty. I fell off my toilet and hit my head, and then I thought to myself, I could make this toilet into a slime machine, Marty. A slime machine, Doc? Whoa, this is heavy. So were my pants, because I shit myself, Marty. I shit myself, because I'm old. And a scientist.
Okay, I'm headed out.
Alright, sir.
Tell me how you feel about the hot dog thunder and the suicide jolt pistol.
Oh, okay. I will do that when I am able to look.
Just like send me a message on Discord and you respond to them.
Alright, can do. And there's a video of them actually firing hot dogs.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Breaking wind and a spring.
Breaking.
thunder.
Did you say breaking windows?
Breaking wind.
Oh, breaking wind. I was gonna
Still
say.
a fart joke, but
I was gonna say a hot dog breaking a window would actually be hilarious. Could you just imagine, like, you're sitting there at your desk and then a hot fucking glizzy comes flying through the window? And you're like, what the fuck was that? Come on, Blue Knight, stop being a bitch. There we go. Now we got Squidward's clarinet. But anyway, have a good night, Jacob.
See you. I will see you on Friday. I'll report you some more progress I have made on the improvement.
Sounds great. Birdong. Man, now it's so much harder to talk because I don't have someone to bounce conversation off of. Ooh, that's a dead witch. There we go. So now we're set to level up magic at the end of this palace, which is exactly what we want. So we're doing good. I don't want that friggin' newspaper-looking thing shoved up my butt. Run, 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 run. Don't get hit by the bubble, because that makes us lose magic. Jeez. They're just all spawning as I'm running past them. That's great. Alright, so we don't go down there. We go up, we go left, and then we go down, and then we go up. Fucking bubble slowing me down. So there's a red jar right there, and we're just going to save that for when we come back up, so that we can heal and cast all of our necessary spells if we need to. Fortunately, there's nothing down here that's particularly deadly or challenging. We got this room, but we're only going to have to deal with this orange knight, and then we're going to take a cute little shortcut up top here. Because there's a blue knight over here, and because he's underneath the bricks like this, he's a real pain in the ass to deal with. So we're just gonna drop one down, take the key before he even notices. He's gonna turn around and he's gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm getting fired for this, aren't I?" Because, you know, Gooma gave him one fucking job to watch the fucking key that, for what he thought, was at the end of a hallway with no other way in, and Link tunnels in from the fucking ceiling and steals it. He's gonna have to go to the unemployment office, unfortunately. Alright, so we're gonna pop life, because I would like to go into the Gooma fight with as much life as I can. That should be enough to cast jump and life. So I think we'll be good. Or, I'm sorry, jump and shield. Alright, at the very least, shield. Okay, cool, we were able to do both. So basically just get in, and you stab him in the stomach. Sometimes this fight doesn't go the way I want it to. He moves back when I stab at him, and I'm worried that he's gonna hit me with the flail. Granted, with shield on, I don't take a whole lot of damage, so I could probably just be completely wild and without abandon, like I just did there at the end, and be fine. Alright, good. Alright, so now we level up our magic. We do not level up our attack, we level up our magic, and we're at 110, which is, for this point in the game, is like the best I've ever done, so here's hoping I don't fuck this up, chat. Like, just cross your fingers for me if you're a praying man or woman, pray for me. I mean, it's you know what, never mind, it's stupid for me to ask you to pray for something so frivolous and stupid as, you know, how I do at a video game. You know, pray for the people in Ukraine. Don't pray for my stupid video game nonsense. If I do this, it's gonna be by my power alone. And if I fuck it up, it's gonna be by my failure alone. But I'm like, I would be so happy if I got sub 90. Like, I would go to work tomorrow and feel like a fucking boss, even though, like, work sucks. Be like, hey Mike, you know, here's some more bugs we found on that thing that just released. It's like, cool, I got sub 90. I don't give a shit. It's like, you can't ruin my day. I mean, fuck, even if I got, like, even if I just PB from this and it's not sub 90, I'm perfectly happy with that too. So if I can get less than an hour and 33 minutes, then we're good. Like, that would be perfect. Once again, I'm like just sitting here hoping that my controller's battery doesn't die, because for some reason I thought, you know, hey, I'll use it in Bluetooth mode, and I haven't charged it in a couple of sessions here. Oh, get out of the swamp! Get out of the swamp! Get out of the swamp! So normally we would stop in the swamp to get a life there, just for safety's sake, if we were doing poorly. But in this case, since we're actually doing pretty damn well, we're not going to stop and get that life. We're just gonna carry on and save like a good 30 seconds to a minute. Alright, fire. Just so I can deal with these guys a little better. Ooh, I'll take that. Not that I really need it at this point, I guess. Come on, die! There we go. Yeah, suck it, you friggin' spider-legged bitch. Yeah, suck it, you spider-legged son of a bitch. You arachnoid piece of shit. I'm Duke Nukem, and I'm gonna piss all over your family. Okay, talk to Grandma, get a magic jar. Get the last magic jar. Grandma's letting us dip our hands into the cookie jar, and that may or may not be a sexual innuendo. Dun, 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 dun. Once again, I find it very odd that Grandma changed out of her purple dress into a red dress when I went inside. First of all, you know, I don't think that older people are known for being able to do something as complicated as getting dressed that quickly, like before someone walks in the front door. So either she's some type of shapeshifter or a witch, which she probably is because she's got a magic jar in her basement. Or is it a bong? I don't know. Either that or, you know, she's just so man-starved that, you know, she just went in there and she's like, "Ooh, a gentleman collar," and then she, like, changed her dress. Like, "Oh, I gotta take off the stinky purple dress because we got a young elf man here." His name's Danny Elfman, it's not Link. You know, I wonder if I could fit that name into a Zelda game's like character with for a name like Danny Elfman. Because I mean, he's an elf, he's a man, and for all we know, his name could be Danny. It's really hard to say. Apparently, a sound is. Oh, there it goes.
I'm here to shit ass.
Okay. Yeah, there's Orange Grandma. Come on, Orange Grandma, I need some magic. I don't want to have to get it on my way, so I'll just stop in real quick. Waste probably 3 or 4 seconds. And just get the fuck out of here. So I think from here, I'll at least be able to tell in the future how long P6 and Grand Palace take me to get through. Because when I just checked, it was like 1 hour and 15 minutes that I was at, which is still a lot slower than world record holders. Ah, I get a little slime bitch. But it'll be interesting to see where, like, how long these last 2 palaces generally take me, so that in the future I know kind of where I should be. And I'm sure that someone out there's probably gonna say, why not? Why don't you just get your splits? And the reason is because I'm lazy and I don't like having another thing that I have to remember to do. Because like with the game already, it's already hard enough sometimes just to focus on the game and not fuck up leveling and, you know, whatnot. But then the moment that I also have to remember to step on a foot pedal when certain events happen, that's frustrating. So we're not gonna do anything that leads to me getting more distracted than I already am. Although I suppose I could just go back in after the fact and add the splits manually, just by looking at the video. But I don't feel like it. Okay, and use jump again. Man, I love being at high magic, because now jump costs almost nothing. So in this dungeon, the thing that we're obviously concerned about here is, well, one, we don't want to fall into this hole coming, so second block, jump, we're good, made over. We're gonna have a point here where we're gonna need enough magic to cast Fairy twice, and that, I believe, costs, at the current magic level I'm at now, that costs 5 blocks. So I need to have at least 5 blocks of magic when it comes time to do that. Otherwise, we're going to have to take a sacrificial death. There is, fortunately, a red jar that comes up right before we go to that part. So if we need to, we might be able to get the red jar, but honestly, because we still have 5 lives right now, it's not really important, I think, to save the life. I feel like it's better to just take the sack death and go to save time. And then, depending on how well we do in the Valley of Death, or as we call it, VOD, not to be confused with Video on Demand, we can take a sacrificial death at the end of Grand Palace to get our magic back for the last fight, because that would leave us with 3 lives, and quite frankly, I'm comfortable with just like 3 lives in to kill Thunderbird, because it very rarely ever takes me more than 2 tries to kill him. Shit, I just landed on that fucking Wi-Fi beam. Alright, so we have, I think I have a total of, here, I'm gonna just try and see if I can get it. Nope, I'm only gonna try once. And then we'll just fall. We might have actually had enough magic to cast Fairy twice. Actually, no, I don't think we did. So we're just gonna take a sacrificial death. I could do it right here, but there's always a possibility that these guys might do it for me, so we're not going to do that quite yet. We'll wait till the next room to take a sac death. Assuming that the heads don't come back, which is always a possibility in this room, because they come back if you walk in the opposite direction. But we made it through, so that's good. That's very good. That was actually pretty clean too, so I'm happy with that. Like, honestly, even if my run gets fucked up somehow at this point, I'm actually really happy with this run, so we're gonna take a sac death right here. Like, so far, this is probably the cleanest run I've ever done. And I'm very happy with it so far. And if I make mistakes, I make mistakes, and we'll learn from them. Just like earlier when we were doing our Mega Man 2 speed run, I learned some shit about Quickman's level that I didn't know. Like that you should always go left if you can help it. And I didn't do that, so I ended up game overing in Quickman. But here, we've played this game quite a bit, so we've learned a lot of lessons, but there's still more to learn. And frankly, like, I don't know that I could ever get tired of this game. Like, even though I pretty much know everything there is to know about it, I love it. It's a part of my childhood, and it's a part of my adult life too, because of how much I've played it to practice this run. Alright, so we got 9 minutes to get through this palace and to get through Grand Palace. Don't know if that's gonna happen. Not sure where I went wrong, though. But, I mean, I am right here at Barba, so there's always a possibility that Grand Palace is just a lot shorter than I think it is. We'll see. I'm not going to be upset if I lose, or if I don't get a PB this time. Because this run just felt really clean. And I really feel like I didn't bounce off of a lot of stuff either, which is what usually happens to me. So honestly, if this run isn't sub 90, I really want to know why. Like, I want to see if I can get someone to watch it and tell me what I did wrong, or what I can improve on. Like, I wonder if Cheese would consider watching it for me. But once again, we're counting our chickens before they hatch. We don't know if we don't know that we're not going to get sub 90 yet, and we don't know that we're even going to... And at the same time, we don't know that we're going to do well either, so it's still way too early to guess either of those things. But I just feel like so far, though, that it's been very clean, and we haven't suffered a whole lot of setbacks, other than, like, having to go out and get magic in Palace 4 because we were out and we couldn't cast Jump. Alright, and then there's our last level up, so now we're ready to go hit Grand Palace as soon as we get the Thunder Spell. So yeah, it's gonna take a little while to get over there, obviously. And then I think that Grand Palace itself takes about 5 minutes to get through. Maybe less if we don't, because we're gonna see if we can not stop for the ferry. I can give you most powerful magic, not the most powerful, just most. I mean, the way it's worded, he sounds like he's saying, "Oh, I can give you most powerful magic," but you know, I'm not going to. I'm just going to give you this overpriced spell that makes a funny sound and makes the screen flash and doesn't hurt any boss other than the one that you're going to fight at the end of Grand Palace. Because fuck you, that's why, Link. You're the reason that my town is nothing but a smoldering pile. And I'm just living here in my fucking basement. Like, I don't have any fat material down here, so I just jerk off to this pot because it's vaguely woman-shaped. Alright, into the Valley of Fuck we go. That's right, the Valley of Fuck. Oh, come on, leave me alone, guys. Leave me alone. I mean, I've got plenty of everything, so I'm not worried about these little blue fuckers killing me. But when we get into the Valley of Death, though, that's gonna change, because, you know, they're great at their job, and their job is knocking you into damn lava. Alright, so get that back. As soon as we can, we heal. Please be nice to me. Or rather, Nagatoro, don't bully me. Okay, cool. Because the scary shit here is when those things come flying like banshees out of hell and they knock you in the lava when you least expect it. Come on, come down here. Shit. Oh well, better than getting into a entanglement that I can't win. Or that is gonna take time and magic to get through. Shit, okay. Fuck that up. I'm gonna go ahead and use spell. Get across that. Yeah, see, you see how he comes flying off the side of the screen like a fucking asshole? There we go, we got that time. Like, that's what you gotta worry about, because when you do that spell and they fall in the lava, that means they can come back. And when they come back, they're usually gonna come back, like, on top of you. Oh, great. And now we've got, coconut eyeball things here. And they're not cooperating. Here, you two go take a swim in the lava, and I'm gonna go over here. Alright, so then the next one is right up here. There we go, got it. I'm pretty sure I got it anyway. So, slimes swim in lava. We go up. Yeah, that was a very clean event skip. Very nice. I would love to look at the clock right now and see where I'm at, but that'd probably just make me more nervous. So I think from here, I'm not gonna look at the clock until we're through. And that means I'm not gonna be able to look at chat either. So forgive me, chat. I just want to make sure that I do this last part as distraction and stress-free as possible. So just bear with me. Cheer me on. Hope that I at least get less than an hour 33 minutes, because that would be great. That would be a PB. I'm not counting on it though. Oh shit! I almost went up there and swan dived into Mr. Eyeball, and now this Hawk for Brains still alive. Now he's dead, so now we can go across. Okay, he moved up as I moved up. What a jerk. There we go, got it. Alright, got you two. Woo-wee! I almost took a swim in lava. Almost took a freaking dunk in lava. Alright, we got 3 life left with, and we're entering the beginning of, well, 2 now. And we're entering Grand Palace, so we're probably going to die in here on the way to Thunderbird. Sadly. Man, where did I lose so much time? Because I thought I was ahead of my time by a lot when I was entering P4. And I took all of the shortcuts and stuff. I took sack deaths to avoid stuff, so I'm not sure why I'm so close to 130 here, and I feel like I did so much better than I ever did before. Once again, though, it's probably just a clean run, and I just did something wrong. At this point, I kind of just want to have Link die real fast so that I can get my health back. Because chances are we're going to get into the room with the red Foca, and he's gonna have his way with us. Like, I really don't think we're gonna get through that room unscathed. Or this guy will kill us. Because at this point, I'm willing to bet that just one more hit, and I'll be dead. Yep, there we go. I'm fucked. Like I said, I still have 3 lives left, so that's great. So maybe I don't want to take a sacrificial death downstairs. I should be able to make it all the way down now with ease. Alright, so first Waffle Room. Just gonna try to get through it as quick as I can. I'm not gonna stop and kill these guys, because usually I'll stop and kill them to get magic. Or so that I don't have to fall on them and take damage. There. I guess I'll kill them anyway, because it didn't take very much with the jackhammer. Alright, so here's the Red Foca room. And he was not nice to us. He didn't jump over us and let us over. Or let us under, I should say. Come on, Super Blob. Nice, Shrek. Take that shit, Shrek. Yeah, so unfortunately we're no longer under 90, so that sucks. Alright, we're gonna cast life here because there's a red jar coming up which will fill us up all the way. But it could also be a Foca, so it's anyone's guess really. Yeah, and let's get it. There we go, very nice. Got my life back, got my magic back. So now we're in the second Waffle Room, which we call the Chicken Waffle Room, and we call it that because there is a blue Foca in here. I've got enough lives that I feel comfortable risking running across the room. So we want to basically try to break, yeah, those two. We jump up there, and now he can't get to us anymore. He can certainly hit us with his swords, but he can't jump up here. So there, that's good. So that we saved a little bit of time there, but not a whole lot. Now, this room is pretty uneventful. I'm not saying it's impossible to die here, but I've never died here, and I've never seen anyone die here. Well, speedrunning wise. But there's always a first time. There's a Mega Bubble. Hi, Mega Bubble. I can't remember. Oh yeah, spicy chickens. We call them spicy chickens. And then there's the blue Foca. Our last blue Foca that we have to deal with. And now we have a fucking Mega Bubble that's stuck in the ground. That's unfortunate. And you know what? Like, so I've got enough lives. I'm not gonna stop for the fairy this time. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna cast life on myself. And then we'll try to get the red jar. Actually, no, we won't try for the red jar. We're just gonna go and take the sack death in the lava pit room. And that will leave us with 2 lives, I believe. Yeah, so we're just gonna go over here, kill that thing. We're gonna take a sack death right here to get our magic and our health back. So that leaves us with 2 lives, which should be more than enough to kill Thunderbird. These are risks I usually don't take. So this is actually kind of terrifying, honestly. Doesn't look like we're gonna PB somehow, though. That's unfortunate. Once again, I have no idea what we did or didn't do. And I'm really sad about that, but it's okay. It was a good, clean run. Alright, come on, Thunderbird. Let's get this shit done. So even with Reflect making our hitbox smaller and giving us the possibility that his hits will just tank off our shield, this guy is still very dangerous. And he will still fuck you up if you don't respect him. If I had more lives, I might be trying to do the back and forth stabs to do more damage to him, but I don't feel that confident right now. So we're just gonna kill him the tried and true way. Get our key. Now let's go kill Dark Link. Sadly, yeah, it looks like we're not gonna PB. I really wish I knew why. Like, I don't know what I did that slowed me down enough that I didn't get where I wanted, because I barely took any damage this run. I didn't really run into too many random encounters. I only died where I was supposed to die. So I really don't know what I did. Like, I don't feel like my mob encounters were bad. Alright, and time 34:40. I don't remember what my previous time was. Let's go take a look. So I might have PB, but I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Well, I'm not taking a look. You kids. So actually, no, I didn't PB. I was actually 9 seconds faster on my last one. But still, though, I mean, that's pretty good considering that I managed to basically match my PB again. So that at least means I'm doing better, consistently better. But I still don't understand why on this run I didn't get under an hour and 30 minutes. Especially considering that at the end there, I didn't get the fairy, I didn't look for a red jar, and I just used the sack death. So I don't know where I lost time. Like, but still, I would say this is, even though it wasn't a PB, this is the run this is the first run I've done that felt that clean and that safe. So I need to do a little bit of research and see if I can find someone that can tell me why the run didn't quite go as I thought it would. So, in any case, it is 9:30. I usually go until 10, but we're gonna just call it a night. So let's see who we can raid. I'm willing to bet that that Cheese is probably streaming about now. So let's find out. She sure is. Yeah. So Cheese is streaming. We're gonna go raid Cheese because Cheese is the fucking best. The Cheese Ball 81. I mean, if any of you that are here are not my regulars, you probably already know Cheese Ball. She's an amazing Zelda 2 streamer. So we're gonna go over to her, and I'll be back on Friday to work on programming the Mega Man clone some more. But otherwise, the rest of you, I hope you had fun, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. But let's go on over to Cheese Ball and see what she is doing tonight. I wonder if she's still doing Where's Waldo on Wednesdays. We will see. Later, guys.